the smallest of all the crocodilians in the world. So believe it or not, Wallace is full grown. She is not going to get any bigger than this at 30 years old. So this is about as big as she's going to get. She's mostly just going to grow sideways right now. I did the same thing after I turned 25, so I understand her predicament right now. Now these guys are extremely small, and the largest is called the saltwater crocodile, which is found in Australia, and those guys can go up to 20 feet long and weigh over 2 tons as adults. So they're very, very large animals. She is not nowhere near as big, but that doesn't make her any less fierce than the larger ones, because females, I'm saying nice things about you right now. I would like for you to behave. Thank you very much. And even though these guys may look like they're perpetually angry, that's just her face, she's allowed, these guys are actually the most intelligent reptiles on the planet. These guys have a very, very developed cognitive skills that are roughly comparable to that of a 3 to 4-year-old human child. They can learn their name, they can learn over 150 word commands, and understand even more in a bunch of different languages. They are extremely adaptable in nature, and due to that, due to their increasing emotional capacities as well, they are actually extremely good parents. Wallace over here is the only reptile that fully provides parental care to her offsprings. And at 30 years old, she would roughly be laying her eggs right now. They're very vulnerable. Even though they have a lot of teeth, their scales, their osteoderm, their armor is not fully developed. And there's a lot of animals that would love nothing more but to have baby crocodilians for breakfast, including snakes, mammals, birds, but especially other caimans. Male caimans love eating baby caimans for breakfast, so she must take all of her effort to protect her babies. So she carries them in her mouth, one by one, back to the water. It takes about 3 hours for her to get all of her babies out and back into the pool. She notices that other females are doing the same thing as well. For crocodilians, all the females of a local area will raise all of their babies together in the same pool. She thinks she's done, but she hears it again. There's a baby missing. She goes back and searches for her last baby. She digs around and can't find anything. What happened? So she digs around a little further and finds a single egg that didn't hatch, but the baby is calling. It's stuck. The baby didn't grow the proper tooth called an egg tooth that all reptiles grow to be able to poke through their shell and climb out safely of their egg sac. This one didn't grow this tooth. So to help it, she picks it up in her mouth with 65 very sharp teeth inside of it and rolls the egg around between her teeth until she cracks the shell without ever touching her baby even once. And her baby is free. She carries it back to his brothers and sisters, where she will then starve herself between 14 to 16 weeks until her babies are big enough and strong enough to survive by themselves. Crocodilians have one of the highest rate of survival for their babies because they take such good care of them. No other reptile provides this amount of care for their offspring. Snakes will lay their eggs, incubate, and leave. A lot of lizards will do the same thing as well. And unless you're a frog, in which the males take members of reptiles and amphibian families that give as much parental care as these guys. So even though they might look prehistoric, and they are, they've been around for a long time, they might look different than mammals that we're used to, they might not be as cute as the fluffy stuff that we like. These guys are extremely amazing animals that give parental care that even some mammals don't offer. So very, very important to never underestimate an animal just because they might suffer from looking angry all the time. So Wallace will go back and we say, bye, Wallace. Bye. And I'm going to bring out our last friend. Now, what kind of reptile show would this be if we didn't have a big snake with us, right? So I'm going to go get our next friend. His name is Teardrop.